Let this be a warning to, well, everybody really. If you're an Italian player or if you play the Russo Lucchini lines against the Italian, you need to watch this. So, Nasty Man hurt my Lucchini basically is the short version of this. We're playing Babu 122 and who's 1545 rated, and we get the Italian game with bishop c4. I play the Russo. He pushes d3, which then opens the door for the Lucchini. Now you can get into the Lucchini a few ways. You could play the Gioco Piano like this, and then d3 and f5. You could, I guess, even play like a Latvian gambit and get into it that way. Now, but the point is, guys, that from the Lucchini is super sharp. This is what you have to realise now. So this is the second Lucchini I had this morning. The first one I demolished my opponent in some style. Look out for, there's a short on that one. You can see the ending for that one with a bishop sack. That was lush. So I'm feeling pretty confident, feeling pretty good. And the knight comes in. So this is what you want to see. This is beautiful. Now this is +2 for white. Okay, but white's got to tread really carefully. So the trappy move here is pawn to f4. And now it's +3 actually for white. So what you're hoping for is knight f7, and then you bring your queen out, etc., etc., etc. Now he didn't do that. He plays queen h5 check, and I'm thinking, what is this witchcraft, right? So looking at this position, what can you do? Well, you kind of have to play g6, because anything else, the queen's going to come in supported by both the knight and the bishop, right? Now, but the point is, this is a blunder for white. This is a blunder for white. However, you've got to know exactly how to undo it. Otherwise, it's going to blow your hands off. Right, so, yes, of course you play g6 and hit the queen. Now, they are almost certain to play bishop f7 check, because the bishop's supported by the knight, and you can feel the sharpness of this, right? Now, king f8 is the best move, right? And I'm showing you the game here. And then they take this pawn, which I guess is the most likely move, because this pawn here is pinned. Now, and this is where you can get into trouble. So what I did is a kind of a standard move, knight f6, hitting the queen, okay, and it all goes Pete Tong from this point. Queen h6, I go here, queen comes in, I go here, and that's it, and I resign, okay? Now, that's what not to do. Or kind of it is what to do if you're an Italian player with the white pieces. So, in other news, I have now separated my Russo gambit study in Lichess, and I've now got a dedicated Lucchini study. So let's flick over to that. Right, so here's the Lucchini study. It has 11 chapters of its own, all about the Lucchini gambit, which is just lush. So here we are in the knight g5, queen h5 check blunder chapter. Okay, so we'll go through it. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and we've got the king's pawn opening, the Italian game, the Russo. Russo declined with d3, opens the door for the Lucchini. Knight comes in, hooray! Even though this is better for, in fact, according to Stockfish here, it's only 0.7 better for white. It's still only 0.7 better. So the chess.com eval seem to have different ideas. Anyway, queen comes out here now, and suddenly it's jumped from 0.7 in white's favour to -2.5. So here's what to do, boys and girls. g6 hits the queen. Bishop comes in, yeah, we did that. King f8, yeah, we did that. Bishop takes here, okay, right? And now what not to do is to move the knight. You capture the bishop with the pawn, right? The king's actually relatively safe here. He's nuzzled up next to the knight. The queen's not going to give check here or here. Yeah, sure, they're going to take the rook, but now you take here, and suddenly the boot is on the other foot. You've got a knight ready to fly in, a vulnerable c2, trapped rook, okay? You're going to push d6, you're going to get your bishop into the game, and you are simply better. It's actually -5 here. Right, now the most common moves, let's go through a few more moves. So most common move here for white is castles. Okay, and here you just quietly push d6. In fact, I think, and basically black just doesn't lose from this point in time. They'll probably bring out their knight, and knight d8. Wow, knight d8 is the machine's suggestion. That's a funky one. But just behind it as well is bishop e6. So let's just look at this line, knight d8. No one's ever played that in real life, so go figure. But you're gonna get the rest of your stuff out. Materially, we're actually equal. We've got ourselves 2 minor pieces. We've got a bishop and a knight for a rook and a pawn, and this queen really has no prospects whatsoever. I mean, she can come here. But look, this knight's going to come to f7, right? And then what's the queen got? She can't go there because of our bishop. She can't go there because of queenie. She can't go there because of pawny or queenie. She can't go there because of the horse. She can't go there. Well, she can. She's got h7. Knight here, but she's still trapped. Absolutely trapped. So, one to remember. So I'm going to go over this a couple of times. In fact, let's go from the start. I'll hit preview. We'll play it out. You can do this. I'll put the link in the description. Okay, you come along here. Okay, so the Italian game, we play Russo. They do this. That's the Lucchini invitation. Hooray. We've got the hotline. Oh, this is a funny one. Now, I think I remember from a video that I watched that this is a blunder. We hit the queen, and now we play king f8. They take, and we can take back. La-di-da-di-da. And I think we just quietly push this. No, we don't. We take the knight. Of course we take the knight. They're going to castle. Now we quietly push this. Okay. And happy days. We're going to bring our knight through here. We're going to hit the queen. Queen's going to be forced to h7. And we can just crack on. Okay. Hope that's useful and entertaining. But I've still got a sore Lucchini, for sure. But, you know, what doesn't kill us, guys, makes us stronger. Thanks for watching. See you later.